Bruh. Oh my gosh, man. Feels like every video my car is broken, and it's broken again, and it's actually broken to the point where it's broken down. I can't drive it. Long story short, I went to Niagara this weekend, about an hour and a half from where I live. Drove there, was fine. Drove back. I started to leak a bit of brake fluid, so I had to top it off a couple times, because I'm assuming it's the slave cylinder for the clutch. So I was already having that problem, and yeah, we made it there, made it back, it was fine. And then I dropped off one of my friends. As soon as I pull out of the street, boom, clutch pedal straight to the floor, car just done. So I've been waiting about 2.5 hours now for my tow, my CAA tow, because I need a flatbed because my car is low and it's not as easy to get. So I've literally just been waiting like crazy. I'm in my friend's car once again for the 100th time. It's just not a fun time. It's just another day in the life. It's just another day in the life of me where my car is broken and life sucks. So literally always find myself back into this car, and then boom, speed's right there, just chilling. So yeah, I can start the car, I can pull back up the clutch, but when I try to drive the car jitters, it stutters, it jerks a lot. It's not a good time, so there's no point even driving it. I'm just gonna tow it back to my house. I have a slave cylinder that I can put on at some point. I don't have it on me, but the car's gonna have to sit for a bit again. Like, I'm just... And guys, I'm not giving up on this car. I don't want to sell it. Like, if the car is old, you have to expect shit like this to happen. I don't know. It's just not fun. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's a part of owning a Speed. I'm sure some of you guys who own Speeds can understand this. It's not the greatest thing ever sometimes. It's a cool car, but shit, man, shit breaks. Slave cylinder, it happens. I'm hoping it's not the clutch. It could be, I'm not sure. We'll figure it out at some point, but the car is broken down, and I have literally been waiting forever for this tow. You know what's funny is I literally knew the car was gonna break down, but I was just praying that it would at least make it to my friend's house to replace it today, but obviously it didn't, and here's the result now. I took off my front bumper so that way we can hook it to the crash bar, but yeah, guys, it's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Alright guys, so I'm following the tow truck right now, and I literally have the custom headlights on. Tell me that's not the most baller shit you have ever seen in your entire life. I don't think anyone's done that. I think I'm the first guy ever to have his car break down, get it towed, and it's got custom headlights going on. That's crazy. Bro, this is actually the funniest shit I've ever done. What the fuck? This is literally the funniest shit I've ever done, bro. Everyone's just staring at it. I literally have the custom lights just running right now. We're literally driving through the busiest road ever, and everyone's just staring. It's hilarious. Hey man, you know, when life hits you down, you gotta make something positive out of it, and this is just one of the examples. Man's towing it into my garage. That's crazy.
Several days later.
All right, brothers, so it's a new day. Got the car back in the garage, still not working at all. I'm currently jacking up the car to see if it actually is the slave cylinder. If it is, then I have one of my good friends, Tom, coming down to help me swap it. I'm not sure really what to look for. I'm gonna figure it out as I go, just to be honest, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure. I will say though, the car just looks, I may actually drive, if the car's fixed, like one day with no front bumper, because I think it just looks so badass. I mean, look at it.
through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, hold tight.
Okay guys, so I just got my mom to help me out. I don't know if you guys can see. I figured out where the slave was. You see that red part right there? Right there. Yeah, so that's definitely leaking. So when she pressed it in, first of all, it sounded like macaroni, so it's just filled with fluid. And then when she let go, fluid was just pissing out. So it definitely has to be the slave cylinder. So glad we figured that shit out. I'm happy about that. It's good to see.
The next day.
Alright guys, so it is a new day. And we have someone else actually helping me with the car for once. Not Jose, this is Tom. Say what's up.
What's up, guys?
Nice guy. He came, I'd say around like an hour and a half to help me replace the slave cylinder.
About an hour, no big deal.
Yeah, so I don't know what he's doing right now. He's just cleaning it off right now.
Cleaning off all the mess. It was all coated in brake
Oh, it
fluid.
looks way better now.
Yeah, so cleaned it up nicely. We're gonna pull these two bolts out, 12 mil, take the slave out, disconnect the hard line, put the new slave in, bleed it. That should be it.
Sounds good, man. I'm hoping that fixes it because I'm trying to drive the car again.
Oh, it's definitely leaking. Starting to slowly get them now. They're getting a little better price, and holy shit, yeah, your slave's definitely bad. I just touched it and fluid started squirting out of it. But yeah, he wants a Type R, so that's it. Okay, we're gonna rip this clip out, but we might need it, so we'll leave it there.
So this slave.
Woo! Yeah, it'll leak out.
You want like a?
Maybe a drip pan if you have
Yeah,
one.
I have one.
Just to catch any of this shit. In the meantime, 12 mil. Drain. The important thing when doing the slave that a lot of people mess up on is they lose there's a little rubber grommet at the end of the hard line.
Okay.
And if you lose that, it'll leak forever and it'll never work. So that's like a big mistake that people make. So I'm gonna make sure yours is here, which it is, so we don't need to worry about that. And then when I take your slave off, we'll just fucking spot the new one on and that'll be that. So lefty loosey. Oh, are you serious? Well, that bolt was rusty. That one broke.
Fuck. Are we able to get it out?
Yeah, well, there'll be tons left in there, but even if we can't get it out, you'll see. It's like a stud, so it's fine. It's not the end of the world. The other one came out. If they both broke, then you'd be fucked. But one, no big deal. This one's coming out nicely. This one was loose. The other one was like, didn't want to budge, and then it just popped, but...
I see.
See what I mean? See how much is sticking out? It's all corroded to shit.
Yeah, it's all white.
But what I'm gonna do is just slide the new slave on, tighten this bolt down, and that's it. It'll be fine. Woo! So there's your busted slave. That's how you know your slave's bad, when it's becomes a two-piece like that. I've never seen that before. Here, feel free to, if you want to talk about how that happened, I'll grab the good one and I can explain.
I don't know how it happened, man.
No, just from wear and tear, but that's how slaves usually...
Alright guys, so new slave is in. Or I believe the slave, sorry. So hopefully should be alright.
So, Motive Power Bleeder. This is a one-man bleed tool. It's used for brakes, used for clutches, doesn't matter. Basically, put your fluid in here, pour it in, lid goes on there, you tighten her down, and you pressurize it. There's a gauge here, so most cars don't like more than 15 psi. You'll damage stuff, so I usually go to anywhere between 10 and 15. As soon as you crack your bleeders on your slave, your brakes, or whatever, because there's pressure in the master, it forces everything out. So any air bubbles, any garbage comes right out. It's the same as doing the foot pump, but the foot pump takes forever. This is literally just one shot. You pump it up, you crack it. Once the air bubbles start coming out, you're done. So if I pump this up, they always say you gotta connect it and then pressurize it and just listen for any leaks. The gauge isn't really moving, it's pretty much solid. So nothing's leaking. Is your slave leaking? Oh, nothing's leaking there, so we know the system's sealed, which is good.
All right.
So now when I open this, you'll hear it hiss. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna dump a bottle of brake fluid in here, 1 bottle. We have 2 just in case. Dump the bottle in. Fluid will go through the line. It'll fill the cylinder up. And as we crack that master, the slave, it'll start to come out. So.
All right.
Where's the? Then the oil pump filled, and then I took the Civic 8 times last year. I've owned the Civic. So August 15th, so 2 days ago, is exactly 1 year. I got a memory. Exactly 1 year since I bought the Civic. In that 1 year, it was parked for winter, so 4 or 5 months. It's been on the track 18 times. In 12 months, and 5 of those months it was parked. That's like 2.5, 3 times a month. Yeah.
Yeah, no, what really fucked it for me is I play baseball on Sunday.
I know, you have a lot of
I
extracurriculars.
got playoffs on this Sunday.
You have lots of extracurricular shit. I don't have any of that, so that's the difference. That's why I can move it. Okay, so put it in first, let your foot out of the clutch. Don't take it out of gear, leave it in first and just touch it. So put it in first, take your foot off the clutch. I know, but it's fine. Take your foot off the clutch. Don't need to give it any gas, there's no resistance. Okay, now just let it idle, so I can see the wheels spinning. Now clutch it. Don't touch the shifter, just clutch it. I need to look at the wheels, I can't do it. Push your foot all the way in on the clutch. Yeah, it's working. I watch the wheels speed up, and then as soon as you push in, the wheels just stop moving. So it's good. You put it on the ground and you open it.
3 hours later.
All right, guys. So here we have it, boys. Speed is fixed. Honestly, I don't know what's gonna break next because I do know something's gonna break next. I just don't know what and when it'll happen. But you know, just gotta accept it at this point. This car's old. Shit's gonna break, and I don't want to sound like I've just been bashing on the car and making it seem like it's unreliable. You guys have to realize the car is old, it's daily driven, I beat the shit out of it, like shit's gonna break, it's not gonna last forever. You know, just because the slave cylinder went bad doesn't mean it wouldn't have gone bad on, let's just say, a Toyota Corolla. Like, it literally happens to every single car. Nothing lasts forever. But I was just driving and then I heard this dragging noise and shit was like scraping everywhere. It was really freaking bad. And I realized that my fender liner was not put on properly and it was dragging, so I just jacked up the car. I zip tied the shit out of it, so it should be, I mean, I think it, yeah, this is not going anywhere, so this should be okay. But yeah, guys, I'm happy it's fixed. Got it. It's weird, man. Driving this car, fuck, man. Lots of anxiety. But you know, what can you do, guys? It's all a part of owning a car. I have to edit this video now. It is currently 12 o'clock. I had a day off just to fix the car. And I'm still not catching up on sleep because I have to edit this video. My day was extremely busy. I was doing a lot of shit. And here we are now, getting no sleep. And I have to work 14 hours tomorrow and then the next day as well. It's the life of me. Yes, you may notice that my front lip, I don't know. I don't know. I just, look at it. Look at this shit. Literally just comes off like no problem. I may just leave it like this, honestly. Like, I think it looks kind of badass, like fucked up like that, just because it shows some character. It shows the car is driven. Maybe I'll spray over it. I'm not sure. I'm kind of lazy, but I think it looks pretty cool. Anyways, guys, that about wraps up the video. I have 2 parts that I can install in the car. That is a passenger and transmission motor mount that I've literally had since April. I know it's been forever, but maybe I'll install it at some point. I'm not sure, but I'm just happy the car is alive, driving, and it could take me from point A to point B, hopefully. Again, guys, at this point, I literally expect anything that happens in the car. Like, I literally I won't even get surprised if something breaks. It is what it is, you know? I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Stay consistent. Peace.